Being self-employed and trying to get a loan for a home is very tough. There's a lot of scrutiny and a lot more risk than if you're a W-2 employee. Now in this video, I'm going to give you guys a few quick tips to help you get that pre-approval to your new home. Coming up. What's up everybody, this is your boy Jacques. Welcome back to my channel. Now if you're new to this channel, my goal on this channel is to teach you different wealth tips and strategies to increase your net worth. Now the pandemic has created a lot of self-employed people in the last year or so, and that's because a lot more people have been learning and tuning in their craft. Now a lot of people have been asking me how to get pre-approved now that they're self-employed. Great question. Since I'm a licensed lender, I can definitely help you with that. And I'm going to give you guys a few tips to help you get that brand new home now that you're self-employed. Now my first tip is for you to actually register and license your business. When it comes to buying a home, you're going to have to make sure that the business is properly licensed and registered with your state according to its actual laws, and make sure that everything is documented correctly. Now every business is different and has different laws. Make sure you research every single law and topic about your business and make sure that everything is done correctly. Now if you're already registered and have everything in place, my second tip to you guys, this is very important, is for you to pay yourself in your business as a W-2 employee and don't do an owner's draw. Now by doing so, you're basically paying yourself, and that's a track record of you paying yourself each week or every 2 weeks, and that way it's easier to track when it comes to the underwriting process. If you do an owner's draw, you're basically just pulling money out of the business at any time, and for the underwriters, it's a lot more riskier and it's not really consistent as if you're doing it as a W-2 employee. So that's very important. For you to do that, make sure you have a great accountant and let them know exactly what you're trying to do, so that way they can help you throughout that process. And my next tip to you guys, and this will be the same as if you're a W-2 employee, is to lower your debt. Especially when you're self-employed, you're gonna have more things to pay for. You might have employees, you might have an overhead, and don't forget, all that has to be removed before you actually get the profit of the business. Make sure that your debt is as low as possible, so that way you don't have an issue adding a mortgage to your profit each month, and that way the underwriters won't throw up any red flags saying that you're not going to get approved. So that's definitely important. Try to keep your debt low and your profits high, so that way you're able to maximize on the business that you just created. Now my next tip for my self-employed individuals is to make sure that your tax deductions are as low as possible. I know that you're working and you're self-employed and now you think you can just write everything off. I wouldn't do that. Remember guys, paying taxes is important, and definitely when it comes to having a business. You want to make sure that if you're making $100,000 a year in that business, that you're not writing off $80,000. By doing so, that $100,000 minus the $80,000 that you wrote off now becomes $20,000 in net profit. That shows on paper that you only make $20,000 a year. I actually have a video about that you can watch. Make sure you watch that as well by clicking that banner above. But definitely try to keep your tax deductions as low as possible. I know that we want to go out to our tax preparer and just write everything off and go crazy. I wouldn't do that, because the more that you have on paper, income-wise, it will help you with the pre-approval process and you get pre-approved for a lot more. So definitely keep those tax deductions as low as possible. Now my next tip to you guys is don't commingle your accounts. And basically what that means is don't mix your personal and your business accounts, transactions, don't do any of it. Keep your personal transactions separate from your business accounts and just keep them totally separate from each other. By doing so, it won't confuse the underwriter when it shows how much income that you truly make. Because what will happen is, if you start moving money from one location to the other, the income may look more than what it seems, and the underwriter is going to have a hard time going through 12 months, 24 months of actual history, and then tell you that you can't get pre-approved because the numbers are inflated because that they were transferred back and forth. So just keep everything on one side, and trust me, it's going to be a lot smoother process. And then that goes to my final tip, which is for you guys to use Quickbooks. Guys, if you're self-employed, you might as well start learning these things. These are how the wealthy people stay rich and keep their information and everything in order. Use Quickbooks, use an accountant, and make sure that everything is in order when you're trying to get that home. Now by using Quickbooks, it keeps everything in line. You see all your profits, all your deductions. You'll basically start seeing things that you never knew was possible, because Quickbooks is a great platform, which to me is like another assistant that tells you where your money's going and where it's leaving. And that way you can kind of tighten where the money's leaving and maybe move it to the profit side. Also, when trying to get a home, the banks, instead of asking for your W-2s when you're employed by an employer, they're going to ask you for your 1099s and other schedules in your tax return. So definitely have those documents handy, because it's going to show you your true profit that you made throughout the year. So again, most banks require to have 2 years of self-employment history, only because most businesses fail within the first year. Now if you made it to year 2 and you made a significant amount of income, congratulations. Now what I would recommend for you to do is try to make as much money as possible, keep those debts low as possible, so that way you can use that income to purchase your new home. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I had to make this video for my self-employed individuals because they're always calling me and inboxing me on how to get pre-approved for a home. So if you love this video, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And make sure you share this video because it does help out the channel a lot. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.